I'm doing this from my bedroom today. Ooh, and this is I Totally Knew That. And I'm Kayla, again, hi. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about travel. We talked about travel a bit in a previous blog post, but I wanted to talk about it a bit more because there's so many aspects to traveling. I have traveled extensively. I mostly traveled alone, particularly right after college, and I've also traveled with other people in groups. You know, I've got a pretty good amount of experience under my belt when it comes to travel, and especially international travel. So today I wanted to talk about packing. The number one thing when it comes to travel is packing. Oh my God, packing. It's something. It is something. Let me tell you. So I've traveled, like I said, I've traveled internationally. I've also traveled to different climates within one trip. So I'm pretty experienced when it comes to travel. I've backpacked, I've, stayed in hotels, the whole range. So we'll talk about just the basics of packing for travel today, and I can always do more specific ones later. So today, let's make the assumption that we have two different types of travel. We have backpacking and we have what I'm gonna call suitcase travel, in which you have one full-size suitcase and a carry-on. So those will be the two types of travel that we'll use today. So when it comes to backpacking, I always like to look at the climate first, and I like to look at the climate in a couple of ways. First, I'll usually check Reddit and I'll see if there's any subreddits for travel in that particular location. And if so, then I'll go in there and be like, hey, what's the weather like at this time of the year? And I'll just kind of ask. Not only that, but you can also just look at the previous year's weather and just kind of look at a general concept of what the weather's like that time of the year. And I just like to get an idea of what it's like. And then to break it down further, I like to look at what it's like during the day, the hottest point of the day and at night, because that can really affect things. Some places stay pretty stable. Some places you're gonna need almost two entirely different wardrobes. Fun. I like to really kind of break it down like that. Let's look at what it's gonna be like during the day, when it's the hottest, and what I'm gonna need for the nighttime. Now, when it comes to traveling, a good thing to look at is whether or not there's going to be laundry services available to you. Airbnbs often will have a laundry situation that you can use. Many hostels will as well. Hotels, not so much unless you want to pay for it. But I do like to look at that, because it can help me keep from packing way too much if there's options. And you may be tempted to go with just piles of underwear. Don't do that, in my opinion, because you can buy underwear quite easily almost anywhere, unless you're going to a place where you're not going to be able to buy underwear easy, at which point, yes, pack a lot of it. But for the most part, underwear and socks are pretty easy to find in a lot of places without too much difficulty. And so because of that, I actually go a little bit lighter on the underwear and socks. I bring exactly how much I think I'm gonna need, maybe one extra pair, but I don't do the thing where I'm just but what if I need 5 more? Don't go that far. Keep an eye on it. I'll bring about that amount, because if something happens, I can always buy more of that. What I will make sure to bring a number of is the stuff that I would not buy. Bras, jeans, those types of things. That's the stuff I pack first. Second is gonna be things like t-shirts, tank tops, that kind of thing, because you can always buy some, and guess what? Then built-in souvenir time when you just buy a shirt wherever you are. I often did that when I was traveling. I'd be like, yep, I don't have a shirt for this, I'll go buy one. Because you can often find cheap options no matter where you are. Really, there's going to be a place with less expensive options, or it'll be a souvenir that you can think about. So like I said, it's not that you don't have to pack shirts. Pack the stuff you're not ever gonna buy and you would never want to buy first. Shoes, bras, jeans, that kind of stuff. Jackets, good jackets, not cheap. So that's kind of what I'll do first. I'll get those in, I'll see what kind of space I'm working with, because I always like to leave some space for souvenirs, always. Love me some souvenirs. On top of that, I really like to take a look, and this is, like I said, backpacks. So you're not gonna bring a bunch of pairs of shoes. You're gonna bring one pair of shoes for sure. And if you're doing backpacking, you're gonna wanna bring a pair of flip-flops or sandals that you can wear in the shower if you're in a hostel. So, wear comfortable shoes. Wear, not new, wear very comfortable shoes, and have a pair of flip-flops in the bag, and you should be good, that should cover just about everything. If you're planning to go out, I actually recommend getting those roll-up flats, it's ballet flats, you can roll them up. Get those are fun. If you're gonna go on a night out or something, have those as the backup if you're backpacking, not if you're in a suitcase. Although, you know, most of this works for both. You've got a pair of jeans. One pair is all you're gonna need probably. If you need multiple pairs, I don't know where you're going, but you're probably gonna run into issues. One pair of jeans, you know, maybe like a couple pairs of shorts. If you're a girl, leggings. Leggings are awesome. Stick to shorts where you can. Jeans if you have to. But you know, unless you're going for multiple weeks, you know, a pair of jeans or 2 pairs of jeans tops are really gonna probably take care of you. Or shorts, leggings, just keep the amount down, you know, shove it in there. I actually have vacuum bags too, and I got those and it had a little pump and I just like pump it and I just vacuum seal all my stuff together and be like, that was great. So I did that a lot. And then, like I said, just kind of like, if you need something for an event, obviously bring that. But for the most part, when you're backpacking, that's not gonna happen. That would be mostly for like the suitcase kind of stuff. So, you know, really just small clothes. Remember, you can wear things multiple times. No one's gonna notice unless you're going to a place that's super hot and you're gonna be super, super sweaty. But that's just it. Keep an eye on your climate and just go based off that. If you're gonna be sweating through your clothes, yeah, maybe bring some more shirts. But besides that, again, like, keep it tight. Keep it down to what you need. And it's always good if you're like, I might want to buy a shirt while I'm there for a souvenir. Just leave the space there. Don't bring an extra shirt. Buy the extra shirt. So it's just good to think about those things. Toiletries, again, keep it tight. No one's gonna care what you look like. Unless you're doing the full Instagram model situation, no one's gonna care. Bring your toothbrush, bring some toothpaste. I don't bring mouthwash when I'm traveling because I'm traveling. I bring brush picks though. I do bring like little brush picks. Keep it tight. Deodorant. You're gonna need deodorant. Definitely bring deodorant wherever you go. Oh my God, that's the hard thing to find because I can't tell you the number of times I've like showed up in a country and I've been like, oh crud, I ran out of deodorant or I forgot it or something. And then I showed up and I was like, what are these deodorant options of which they speak? And they like weird options. I'm like, I don't know what any of these are. Yeah, no, like keep an eye on that. If you have sensitive skin and you need a particular face wash, yeah, bring that. Otherwise, I don't know, wipes will take care of most of it for you. Just keep it tight. Keep it tight. The most important thing is just keep an eye on that climate. And like I said, ask whoever you can, ask on Reddit, you know, look up last year's weather, and then just keep it tight. To give you an idea, my packing list if I were gonna be backpacking would be 1 pair of jeans, 2 pairs of leggings, enough socks, enough underwear for the trip specifically. I would have 2 bras, one that I am wearing and one that is in the bag. I would wear my comfortable shoes. I'd have a pair of flip-flops in the bag. You know, super basic toiletries, like I said, toothbrush, toothpaste, brush picks, just face wash, tiny face lotion, nothing crazy. I actually don't even bring much makeup when I travel. I bring like specifically what I need, not a whole bunch. So I again, keep it tight. And then on top of that, I would usually bring a jacket that's like waterproof, especially if I'm going somewhere where there's gonna be rain. If there's no chance of rain, this is fine. But you know, if there's even a little like, this place gets kind of rainy, rain jacket comes along. Usually I'll wear that on the plane. And then I usually then bring, you know, like I like to bring layers. So I'll have like 1 or 2 tank tops that I could also layer under a t-shirt for extra warmth if needed. And I bring some t-shirts, I bring some long sleeves, and then I'll portion this out so there's not too many, and I'll rewear stuff or wash it if I need. Like I keep an eye on it. Again, a lot of hostels have laundry situations, or try and find ones that do. And then on top of that, like I said, I'll bring like my like rain jacket. I also have I have puffy jackets that like you can like crush down into like this size. I'll do those too, those are fun. Then when it comes to pajamas, 1 pair, just one pair. I don't know what you're doing that you think you're gonna need multiple pairs of pajamas for this trip. I don't know how many days you're spending. Maybe if you're like going for 2 weeks or something, but just bring 1 pair and just wash them if you need. Ta-da. Suitcase packing. Take everything that I said and do that, and then look at what space is left. The necessities first, the things you wouldn't want to buy first, enough stuff for the days, and then stop, take stock. Keep it tight, like you're doing it into a suit. Like I actually pack as if I'm gonna go backpacking when I'm bringing a suitcase, and I just put that stuff in, and then I look at it and I gauge how much space I have left, and then I think, am I gonna want to buy souvenirs? If so, leave a nice little chunk there. And if I'm not gonna be buying souvenirs, then that's when I could start throwing in like maybe extra pairs of shoes or maybe like something fun. You know, like that's where you can start tossing that stuff in there. It's, you know, it's just good. Like I said, keep it really tight at first and then you can expand. The problem is, in my opinion, do not pack like shirts and then pants and then underwear and then socks. Like don't do it that way. do the absolute necessities, and then the like secondary necessities, like you're probably gonna need this every day, and then see what kind of space you have for other things. Do it that way, you know, plan out your outfits, you know, think about it on a day-to-day basis, think about your climate and be like, you know what, I've got some layers in here. I can mix this up if needed. Bring stuff that matches each other. Bring stuff you can mix and match. Don't bring like a set outfit that like is only gonna look good as that outfit. Like that's it's very poor planning. So that's a good concept, I would say. And then finally, I would obviously recommend, you know, if you need a money belt, get a money belt. If you need TSA approved locks, get TSA approved locks. Be safe. Keep an eye on your luggage. If you have important stuff in there, maybe get travel insurance. It actually comes in handy. I've needed to use it a couple times. They've lost my luggage numerous times. I've had them lose my luggage for 72 hours and I was going to a wedding in 48 hours. It's absolute madness. I had to go buy an entire outfit for that wedding. Luckily, when that happens, you can usually bully the airline into paying for all of your things. So the airline bought my outfit. Yay. That's all I kind of wanted to cover. Like I said, I can go into more detail in the future, but this is just some nice basics on packing.